Good morning, welcome to The Fast and the Curious. It's Sunday of the British Grand Prix 2024. We are backstage of the main stage with Greg James, our team principal, and the Williams team principal, Mr. James Vowles. James, thank you so much for joining us.
Morning. It's I think we really probably should move this Grand Prix to being in summer at the moment, because probably be better actually for the fans.
Would be a lot better. We are going on stage in a minute's time,
Less
aren't we?
than.
Less
than. Thank you so much for joining us. You're about to hear the episode with James. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go and do our thing on the stage in
Definitely.
the rain.
Looking forward to it.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Fast and the Curious. My name is Christian Hugill. We are live on the main stage of the 2024 British Grand Prix.
And it's race day!
This is Greg James. He's
Hi.
the team principal of The Fast and the Curious. Greg, you know all about the pressures of running a team, running this shambles of a podcast, don't you?
Yeah, working out how to deal with the diva demands of my presenters.
Good morning.
One of them hasn't even turned up this weekend because she got a bigger gig in Australia. So we're a person down. But we are so excited to welcome a very special guest onto the stage. Let's get him out now. The team principal of Williams Racing is James Vowles.
James Vowles, everybody. Keep your round of applause going. Mr. James Vowles.
Morning, everyone. What a fantastic day. Morning.
Very nice to have you on, James.
Absolute pleasure.
So we've actually never met. You've been on the podcast a couple of times before, but I wasn't around for that chat. But we've loved having you on. We love having your insight, and we also love having your drivers on. Logan was our first ever guest on this podcast.
I had no idea, but I'm so sorry to stop this right here, right now. I can't continue the way this is at the moment. That hat doesn't make sense. You want to be a team principal? Let's do this properly.
Oh, okay.
That's what we need to be wearing.
Wow. Well, would you want to wear this one for a bit then? Okay. So I'm wearing the Williams hat, and James is going to wear the Fast and the Curious hat. There you go.
Sorry, James Vowles rocks a backwards cap.
There we go. That's what I used to do when I was young.
Also, I'll tell you what, wearing a backwards cap is very Logan Sargent of you.
So there we go.
It really is. So, James, thank you so much for joining us. It's not like you haven't got anything to do today. This is amazing that you want to come and chat to the fans. Great to come and chat on our podcast. But talk us through before we get to your day of a race day, can you talk us through your Silverstone history, please? When did you first come here? What are your first memories of it?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, thank you to every single one of you for coming out today. It is going to be a fantastic race. You already saw yesterday it's set up to be a great, great race with 3 Brits, top 3, Alex in the 9th place, Logan in 12th. I think it's going to be a fantastic day. Silverstone for me is this. When you come in the morning, all of you won't realize it, but you bring a smile to all of our faces. When we come in here in the morning, this is different to every other circuit on the calendar. We get to walk in and see hundreds of thousands of people already here at 8, 9 a.m. Here because this is a mecca for motor racing. Here because there is such history at this track. History for me, history for everyone here at the same time, and it means the world to me that we're still racing at Silverstone.
It's been amazing. I've been on the stage every morning at 8 o'clock. Yesterday, it was pouring it down, and still all these people came out at 8 o'clock in the morning. You don't get it anywhere else in the world quite like this, do you?
It's exactly that. That's the thing that I'm really trying to convey. The fans here are different, they're special, and it's down to you. Thank you.
I think that man wants you to acknowledge that he's waving a Williams hat at you.
Yeah, I absolutely acknowledge that, and thank you for the support.
There's also, this young lady here, James, has been with us on the main stage all morning. She's travelled all the way from the United States purposely to wish Logan good luck. Give her a round of applause, everybody. All morning she's been here to wish Logan luck, James.
As it turns out, I know this young lady very well and her mother. They were there at the pop-up store. They managed to come across. I met them there. I've met them actually before in Miami, and they're a fantastic, fantastic followers that really are our fan base. And they're here today, and it's brilliant to see them again.
I'm just going to pop down and see them.
We've
Definitely.
dispatched Greg.
I feel like we should have you on the podcast. Hi, what's your name?
Lila.
Lila, welcome to Silverstone. How are you feeling about today? How are you feeling about the Williams' chances today?
Very good. With the qualifier yesterday, I'm very confident that they're going to do good.
And you know, James, I just said that you're wearing a backwards cap was very Logan Sargent of you.
Yeah, correct.
What are you wearing on your head?
Backwards hat.
And what does it say on the front there?
Sergeant.
And it says Logan on the back, yeah. And are you mum?
I am.
What's your name?
Kylie.
Okay, so tell us about your F1 credentials then, and how much do you love this team?
I grew up watching Formula One with my dad, who's no longer with us, and he was a big Williams fan. So it's huge for me to be here. And we're actually here because Williams gave us the tickets for the weekend to come. We were meant to go back to Florida on Friday, but we're here thanks to James and the Williams.
Oh my
give them
God,
a round
that's
of
so
applause,
nice.
everyone.
That's so, I mean,
It honestly makes my heart just beat a bit fast. It's brilliant. This is what we want to do. We want to give back to the world, and it is great to see the both of you here. Thank you very much for your time.
that's so nice. Well, Lila, have an amazing day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much. How polite. Oh,
And-
a very polite person.
And James as well, that strikes a chord with me because I remember the first season I got properly passionate about Formula One was the year 2000. And the reason I did was because Williams took a chance on a bright young driver called Jenson Button. And we've got some Jenson fans in. And that captured my interest. And you must love being in charge of a team with Williams with that sort of history and heritage that's captivated fans like me, like the guys down there. That's what Williams has done all its life.
It's exactly that. When I got the phone call, you don't say no to that. It's an opportunity to take a team that has the heritage it has. I mean, Jenson won a championship with him. Brilliant, brilliant driver. Still a part of Williams today. He still works for the heritage team. And he was driving, I think he will today as well, the FW22 around the track. And when that's on song, it's incredible.
I got goosebumps. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So similar to you, that's what I remember about Williams. So you want my history? I came here to the gates in 1996, and I didn't know what was going to happen. There was no Grand Prix, and happened to find two cars testing. One was an Arrows, one was a Williams. And it's back in the days where you didn't have digital photography, so you had these little snappy cameras. We went and processed the images. I think you can partially see a blurred car in the background, but that's what I did. I came here basically to just see if we could catch a Formula One car and caught a glimpse of it, and I was hooked from then onwards. And for me, that's what Silverstone represents. It's the beginning of this journey.
Let's talk about your daily routine as a team principal on a race day. Aside from messing around with podcasts on stage.
And wearing nice hats.
Wearing lovely hats, can I just say?
Yeah.
The pink really brings out your eyes.
I can imagine it's my colour.
what is, when you leave us now, what do you do next? And what are the discussions?
So on today's Like Today, I actually come a little bit earlier because the same as I hope most people here, I was watching that Formula 3 race. And again, that's the epitome of Silverstone. You couldn't tell whether wets or dries were going to be the right tyre, and the answer is both all the way through. So Formula 3, where we got Luke Browning, who is really right up there at the top of the championship. Then we got the Formula 2 race. So what I do is just make sure we follow our juniors and understand what they're doing. Silverstone for us is probably the busiest race bar none. So we have something akin to 500 guests. And what I'm doing is just making sure I spend time with them across the weekend because they're partners. They're not sponsors, they're partners. They're part of the journey that we're on, and it's vitally important for me that they understand where we are, where we're going. So we'll spend time with them across the weekend. Then we have a series of strategy and engineering meetings to bring the drivers in, understand what we're doing for the day, align on where we're going. Now, the engineering part's fairly straightforward. The car's set. The strategy part today is going to be fairly complicated, so just time spent really working through that. Then, I mean, it sounds strange, but it disappears the time. By the time I know what's happened, the cars are on the way to the lap to grid. But it's fundamentally a mixture of engineering, marketing, commercial, and things I actually enjoy like this as well.
Well, thank you for saying that. That's nice. Because it looks like you enjoy doing interviews. It looks like you enjoy passionately talking about Williams, and that does come across. I wanted just to dig in a little bit to what it's like dealing with two very different personalities on a race day. Because Logan and Alex are very different people who will need different things from you throughout the day. So on a day where it's so changeable, the strategy will change by the second, how do you deal with both of them? How do you make sure you give them both enough time?
So if we let's focus on Logan first and foremost. Logan's in a position where he is clawing his way. He's finding performance. 12th rest day from him was a very good lap in the right conditions. And especially in Q1, you saw a load of cars knocked out in those tricky conditions. He did brilliantly. What he needs is really the understanding of what good looks like to him. How do I go and achieve something that looks effectively excellent on the record? And for him right now, that's no lost positions at the start, focus on the start. It's going to be tricky, it's going to be slippery. Then it's a decision on what start tire. And actually here, there's three options. It really isn't, I think more basically two, soft and medium, because the hard is going to be quite difficult off the line. But it's more understanding from him how he wants to be. Do you want an aggressive first stint where you're attacking and pushing the cars in front? Or do you want one where we're just taking you a little bit longer, but as a result of that, you get a bit more free space? And you've got to work to their strengths. And in that situation, with Logan knowing him well enough, he'll want the situation where he's aggressively attacking in those first few laps. Right. In the case of Alex, he's I mean, he's seasoned. He's been here. He's done that enough times. He knows what it is. He knows that we don't want to settle for ninth. Actually, I think we had car performance a little bit more than that. Our long run on Friday was ahead of the Aston Martins. He came out and said as much. So for us with him, it's about how do we maximize that opportunity today? Do we take risks, put perhaps the harder of the two tyres on, and make sure we put ourselves in a position where we're fighting for more than ninth place? And knowing Alex again, he's a bit of a gambler. You'll see him probably err more in that way.
And James, I've been lucky enough to be with these wonderful people in front of us all weekend, and every time I mention Logan, there's a real warm round of applause. He's got a real support here in Great Britain, and we know Alex Albon races proudly under a Thai flag, but of course he's got huge connections to the UK, and we love a bit of Alex Albon, don't we, guys? He's been fantastic since he joined Williams. You've rewarded him with a new contract. You've put your faith in him as a team. Just how impressed have you been since you've been the Williams team principal with Alex?
He's stepped up. There's no doubt about it. He's a driver that just needs to have a team built around him, and then he flies. And that's really what's happening at the moment. This actually applies to most drivers. If they have confidence, if they have belief, you'll see the best result from them. And by the way, that applies whether it's the two of you or a racing driver. And my job in that is to do that, or Greg's for you.
He does it well, he does it well.
Good.
He motivates me, he gives me a cuddle when it's needed, he gives a good cuddle.
As long as it's consenting, that's absolutely fine.
Always happy for a Greg James cuddle.
Well, while we're on the subject of team principals, I'll give Christian a hug. What's the team principal chat? Because you all sit in a room together, and then what's that like? Will it be a frosty one this weekend, or will it be quite relaxed?
No, it'd be relaxed this weekend. I actually, there's not a lot of infighting going on at the moment. We probably need to spark
That's a shame,
war.
isn't it?
I know. We need
That's
to.
boring.
We need to spark
That's
another
pretty
war
boring,
at
isn't
the
it?
moment.
We like it when there's drama.
I might start some beef with you.
That's right. That's the right way of doing
That
it.
cap looks ridiculous.
There you go. This is exactly it. But you're going to do it more forcefully.
Change your cap then.
Oh, brilliant. And that is how it starts. No, it's... I mean, what you've got to remember is that ultimately the success of our team means everything to us. And we will do what it takes to get there. And that's what team principals are. You've got to smile on the outside, or on the inside, you're going to make sure your team is number one. And that's what causes the friction, as you would imagine.
Who are you closest to of the other team principals? Who would you go and have a nice Sunday roast with after the race?
I don't think I've had a Sunday roast with any of them, actually.
Oh.
Now I'm disappointed. So I would say fundamentally, Fred, Toto, Zach, we're all pretty close with one another. There's sort of a good understanding of where we want to go as a sport between all four of us. But there's no one where I have any concerns with particularly. I mean, Williams is quite a good environment. I think consider us neutral. But you'll see that the moment if you speak to them, that they'll recognise what we're doing, and they'll recognise that we're a threat coming up in the future, and that's what I wanted.
Okay, so your ambitions, I know you've got to go. I've been told that you have some other things some urgent things to attend to. We're going to give out some caps in a second, but before you do go, I'd love a little thought on what you're really hoping for today, realistically, and where you think it's going to go today. I mean, obviously, it's a British 1-2-3, which is exciting. I mean, maybe not for you, but for a British racing fan, it is.
It is for me as well. Very proud of that. I think for us, we've been Monaco points. Montreal should have been points. We've stepped back, actually, Barcelona and Austria, and I'm pleased to see we're back to where I hoped we would be. Now, for us, it has to be points this weekend. I think we have the long run pace to do it. It wasn't luck yesterday. That's where the car is. And I want both cars really in the points. And I think that's a realistic goal for today. It's going to be messy out there. It's going to be rain on and off. And that creates opportunity. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Who thinks Williams can get in the points today, guys?
Yes.
And that's your answer. Well done.
That is your answer. James, listen, we hugely appreciate you joining us on the Fast and the Curious. James is so busy on a race day, so to spend the time, the paddock's ages away, come over here and talk to you guys. We really appreciate it. Would anybody like a Williams cap?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Dom, everyone.
Hey!
Dom is one of the team that looks after the Williams guys, and she gives out caps to us now and looks after Alex. We can come onto the main stage at the front and give out some caps.
Yeah, let's get some nice James Vowell selfies as well.
Oh, should we do a selfie with James?
Yeah.
We should do.
Did someone just say, can I have a
Luckily, that
signed...
didn't get picked up on microphone.
Did he say, can I have a signed car?
Someone said, when are you going to sign Carlos for us?
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Yeah, indeed. Best thing to do is to probably pop down, I think.
Yeah, we'll pop down.
Pop down.
Great.
You guys, I'm coming as well, am I?
You're going to go as well? Yeah, we'll all go down.
We'll all go down.
We've
We'll
got to follow,
get a
do whatever James Vowles says.
Yeah, we'll
It's
do what the
principle.
Williams
We'll
Seaboss
start down
says,
this
shall
side over here.
Okay, so we're now walking down the front of the main stage here.
Indeed.
Who do you
Right.
think? How are you going to? What's
I
your
need
what's
some
your
noise
technique?
here. Who wants a Williams cap? It's still not loud enough. I really can't tell where it needs to be. All right, here we
This
go.
is great
Let's start
pantomime,
it.
James.
One over there.
Oh, there's a wind, James.
There's a wind.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's got caught in a
That
crosswind
is a
in the
shame.
wind tunnel, and it didn't make
Oh, yeah.
over the fence.
We need to talk about strategy.
For that was pretty
Okay,
boring.
so
That was
cap
good.
strategy, you have to go high and fling. Oh, then see that, and then the wind
And
still
then the wind
takes it.
caught it again.
And then you so you're gonna now aim slightly to the left, and it should swing around
We need,
that way.
we need to make sure.
There we
Brilliant,
go.
thanks a lot. We need to make sure we keep going across this side as well. How precious are you on your Fast and Curious?
That is one of one.
That is one of
that
one.
must not go in the crowd.
Right, okay.
I'm very, very.
I mean, that
strict
sounds
on
like a challenge more than anything else.
James, that is a prototype. You must not throw that cap, please.
All right, here we go.
Hey! Good throw.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Good. Should we do a selfie on the stage
Have you
before
done
we
yours?
finish, or
Throw
I
your
was
hats.
going to throw them
You've
onto
still
this
got two.
side?
You're going to do it from up there.
No, hang on. I was going to do it from up here.
I'm worried that Christian was going to hold on to them and sell them.
He's gone on eBay.
Hey! Hey! Oh, good fling.
Oh,
and
no,
a
that's-
great catch from that man there.
Good flinging
Very
that
good.
was, wasn't it?
Very
All in the
good.
wrist action. We'll do
Oh,
some
well, can I
selfies.
give this one away?
You can give that one away.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've got Greg's. Who wants Greg's cap?
Hey!
Oh, fantastic.
Great. You've now got lice.
Should we do it right? Come on, everybody gather him. Greg, you've got long arms. Should we do a selfie with James?
I'd love to,
you,
yeah.
you take that because you've got longer arms than me because you're 9'3". Right, everybody,
Okay, everyone, crowd around and put your hands in the air.
Come in.
Like you just don't care. Actually, James does have to go. It's
Just really
just
just have to
farting around on stage now.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, go! Great.
All right,
Right, we'll let him
fantastic.
go. Ladies and gentlemen,
Absolute pleasure.
boys and girls, please
James,
give it up
thank you, Greg.
Thanks a
for
lot.
James Vowles, everyone.
Thank you.
The strategy swap back. The strategy swap back. Who enjoyed James, everybody? Oh, wasn't he a
Hang on.
superstar?
Have I got his phone?
No, that's my phone.
Oh,
dear.
right.
That's my phone. That's my phone, actually, Derek. There we go. James Vowles has gone, everyone.
great man.
What a great man.
I've now got 2 mics.
You've got 2 mics, excellent. I just thought we might, as we've got a bit of spare time, chat to some lovely people in Silverstone. Would anybody like to come on the podcast?
No, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
No, we don't want to do that. Someone say it's cowboy time.
All right.
It's not though, is it?
It's not. It's
What
right.
time is it? 9:34.
Who wants to chat?
All
Who
right.
wants to say hello? Hello there. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
My name's Mirabai. I'm from Australia.
Come all the way from Australia, just for the race.
Not just for the race, but we happened to get tickets while in Spain.
Give it a round of applause from Australia. Who's your prediction?
I want Lando to win.
Who would like to hear Lando Norris win?
Pardon?
Who do you think will win?
I'm going to say Lando.
Lando for the win. Thank you very much. And one more, and the Mercedes cap. Hello, what's your name? Where'd you come from?
I'm Katie from California.
California, everyone. Who do you think will win?
I hope for Charles Leclerc.
Any Charles fans in?
What's up?
Any Charles fans in? Yeah? Charles Leclerc, fantastic. Greg James.
Hi there. Does anyone have any questions, maybe for Christian Hugill, the resident F1 expert? Has anyone got any? There's a question there, a man in a McLaren hat. Let's talk to you. Hello, what's your name?
I'm Simon.
Hello, Simon. What's your question?
Has he done his cackle on the podcast yet? I missed it on
Oh,
Friday.
for God's sake, Simon.
Would you like to explain the cackle?
Not particularly, no, but I have to, don't I?
Hang on a second, just stay there.
You're gonna film this,
and
aren't
don't,
you?
Whatever. No, don't change the shot. Go back to that other shot. So there we go.
Right.
Okay, look, this is amazing.
So this, for those who
Wait.
missed it, we were talking about Formula One curses. And we said that because Lando broke his curse by winning, a curse had been lifted, a witch's curse. And then Betty Glover, despite then buggering off to Australia and leaving me,
Language, dear.
insisted that I could have been worse. Says you. I then had to do a witch's cackle because a witch's curse had been lifted. If Nico Hulkenberg didn't get a podium, because that's like the major, curse left to be lifted. Nico didn't get a podium, so apparently I have to cackle on the stage.
well, he did it the other day at Drivers In.
So I don't need to do it now, do
No,
I?
no, but that Drivers In, no offence, but that's small fry. This is the big deal. This is the main stage. Look
is
at that. Look at how big that logo is.
It's my Formula One credibility dying on its arse.
So in fact, Can we, maybe I can film you doing your proper cackle.
The one I did the other day sounded like Nan from Catherine Tate.
Can you say, hello everybody and welcome to race day?
Right, okay. I need a round of applause after this, by the way. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. I've been talking on this stage for 3 days. Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to race day. I have to interview the bloody drivers, and this podcast kills any remaining credibility.
And the crowd goes mild. They loved it.
Anybody got any more questions while we're here?
Thank you, Simon.
Anybody got any more questions? Anybody want to ask Greg James a question, for example?
There's a question. There's either a very tall child or you're being lifted up. What's your name?
B.
A, B, C. What's your question?
Who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think's going to win?
Well, now James Vowles is gone, I think Lando Norris is going to win. Or Lewis Hamilton. Who do you think's going to win?
George Russell.
Okay, good. Yeah, who cares what I think? So you're a big George Russell fan.
What?
Are you a big George Russell fan?
Yes.
And how long have you been into Formula One for?
About 5 years.
Fantastic. And how old are you?
9.
Great. You caught the bug early. Who did you catch the bug from? Is it this man that's holding you?
Yep.
Yes.
What's your name?
Neil.
Neil, tell us about your F1 journey. When did you start falling in love with the sport?
About 5 years ago.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool. So are you both sort of team George Russell? Oh, no, you've got a Williams hat on.
Yeah, I like Williams and McLaren, so.
You sound American to me.
Yes, that's right.
Where are you from?
Alabama.
And do you live in the UK? Have you come over for the Grand Prix?
We came over for the race.
Give him a round of applause, everybody. From
Very
Alabama.
Cool. Do we have anyone that's come further away than Alabama? Oh, we had an Australian already.
Hang on.
You've won. Yeah,
Oh, no, I don't think. Hang on, Greg. I don't think they have one.
Wait, guys. These people have come from Watford.
What? Hang on.
Wow. Are you okay? The journey's quite tough, isn't it?
Really tough.
You made it.
Yeah, just about.
And you're wearing a papaya hat, so are you going to go for an Oscar or a Lando today?
Lando.
Greg, we think we found further away than Alabama. Is it? Who was it again? Hello. Oh, yeah, here. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Hia.
And where are you from?
India.
India, everybody.
Not as far as Australia,
Yeah,
but...
we've come especially for the race, so...
And who are you hoping to win?
Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc. And what do you make to our weather?
Sorry?
What do you make to our weather?
It's horrible.
Cold for us. It's too cold.
It is quite cold. I think with Alabama and India, that's quite a way to come. It just about beats Watford, doesn't it? I've lost Greg.
Oh, no, sorry, I was just signing autographs, dear.
Oh, you're signing autographs, dear. Right, we've got time for one more question,
Yeah, of course
I think.
we have.
One more question.
The sun's just come out, and this is amazing.
It's lovely.
I don't hold your breath. I think it's going to rain later, but fine.
Any more questions?
We go here. Yes, what's your name?
I'm Rochelle.
Hi, Rochelle. What's your question?
What are you going to do to celebrate if it's an all-British 1, 2, 3 podium?
I think I might not turn up for the breakfast show tomorrow.
Who would like to see Greg James go on an all-night bender if there's a British 1, 2, 3?
Hooray! Please drink responsibly, children. Unless there's a British 1, 2, 3. In which we all go to the pub at the same time.
Who wants to go to the pub after the race?
A national day of celebrations.
A national, yeah, but the new Prime Minister will declare it a bank holiday if there's a British 1, 2, 3. I have it on good authority.
Yeah, I've actually just heard that. Yeah, he
Sakir will do it. Yeah. Excellent.
What do you want to do then? Another question? I'm happy to stay out here.
Any more questions?
Have we got to go? What's going
Oh, hang
on?
on. We've got one more minute.
Oh,
We've got one more minute. Producer Jimmy says, hello, sir. What's your name and where do you come from?
Liverpool. I live Lathan.
Your name's Liverpool and where do you come from?
I'm from Liverpool. And my name's Lathan.
Lathan, what would you like to ask?
Do you make any substance for what Lewis has said about qualifying and the fact that he's slower than George? He makes some excuses.
Ooh, it's a proper F1 question. I think Lewis has struggled with his setup a little bit in qualifying. I don't think Lewis has any genuine, real lack of pace to George. I think it is sort of 50-50 between the two of them. I think Lewis has struggled with setup, but I think he's getting it now, and I think he's really closing the gap in qualifying. In terms of their race pace, I think it's really even on long run. I think Lewis has been giving himself a little bit more to do in qualifying. I think we are going to see a real interesting battle between those two today. Do not doubt how keen Sir Lewis Hamilton will be to get a British Grand Prix win. And who would like to see Sir Lewis Hamilton back on the top step of the podium? It'll be pretty popular. So yeah, I think Lewis is closing that quali gap.
Do you know, should we go back to the...
Let's go back to the
up there a
stage.
second.
Yeah.
We can come back down some more questions.
come back down.
Because breaking news, I have been told we're allowed an extra 9 minutes if we want.
Who wants us to stay for a bit longer? Got an encore.
Why are we suddenly doing an encore?
I don't know. We'd been told we've got 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, and then someone went, 9 more minutes. All right, okay, great, 9 more minutes.
Well, look, this is. Let's go back to our little seats.
All right,
bring the seats down. But this is our this is the podcast, by the way, which you will hear on the actual podcast feed. So if you have been featured, you will be featured on the actual internet. So we should talk a little bit about what's been happening this weekend.
We should.
So what's your weekend been like? Tell us about your little afternoon.
Could you just fill for a minute because I'm losing my voice?
Yes. I want you to talk about your little afternoon yesterday, because Christian's been hosting this main stage, but he's also been over at the Driver's Inn interviewing some absolute legends. So who were you chatting to yesterday?
I spoke to Mika Hakkinen yesterday. Any Mika Hakkinen fans in? Mika's a very funny man and a lovely man, so we did that on the Driver's Inn stage yesterday.
What did he have to say for himself?
Mika thinks that McLaren have a real chance this weekend. Mika's still a Formula One ambassador. He's still part of the McLaren setup. I saw him in the back of the McLaren garage yesterday. So Mika thinks that we're in with a real chance of a McLaren win. He also thinks that Mercedes are in with a good chance as well, and I think he's right. I think if we've got a dry race, I think it gives McLaren the advantage. I still think they've got the overall quickest car this weekend. I think if it's damp, Mercedes are going to be really, really strong. If it's damp, I think that's the conditions where they could really make hay while the sun doesn't shine.
We had a little job swap the other day, which we haven't talked about on the podcast, and that was where you were here and you were interviewing pop sensation Self-Esteem.
Oh, Self-Esteem, what a woman.
Who was performing here on the Thursday night, who is absolutely amazing. And you had a good chat with her. You weren't sure how that interview was going to go, but she sort of changed your life, hasn't she?
My job is in Formula One now, which is amazing. I interview Formula One drivers. I work for F1. And F1's my thing. I'm not particularly experienced interviewing pop stars. That's sort of your department. And this podcast saw me in Miami thrust in front of Ed Sheeran with a minute's notice. I was in Sauber having a meeting. No offence to Sauber, they're lovely people, but they're not talking to Ed Sheeran. And it's like, oh my God, because I know this man, I'm in front of Ed Sheeran all of a sudden. So being thrust in front of people like Ed Sheeran and Self-Esteem is very new to me. But I love it.
When you were doing that on Thursday, we had a job swap, because I was down at the McLaren Technology Centre. And I haven't told you this, but I saw the wind tunnel.
Oh my, look. That lady on the front row.
I saw the wind tunnel.
So open
Rochelle, how cool is that? It's absolutely massive. And the guy was giving us a guided tour of it, and he said the first time they powered it up, all the lights in Woking went out. Because they didn't have enough power to the grid. And that's what it's like there.
McLaren took down a town.
They took down a town just so they could check the car.
That's astonishing levels of power. Astonishing levels of power. What did you think?
This whole sport is mind-blowing. I mean, I have been a fan since I was a kid, really, sort of on and off, and you sort of absorb it. And I'm old enough to remember the end of Mansell and the Damon Hill era and all of that.
Damon Hill, everybody. 96 world champion.
A British legend. And then I was a big Jenson fan and a big Lewis. I still am a fan of all these people. I get starstruck whenever you see Jenson Button sort of walking around the paddock and stuff. But it's amazing to really dive into this sport, and I guess that's what a lot of you have done or are doing and have done over the years, is that you can, if you start, you can't stop. And that's one of my favourite things about
like a Pringle.
Yes, very much like Pringles.
But Doritos
also,
over there.
But not to. I don't want to talk about cricket.
No.
But a bit like that. There's so many layers to this sport. You can just keep going and keep going, can't you?
And also, something that amazes me, was anybody here for Pete Tong last night? Unbelievable. The people, for as far as the eye could see, right back to the museum. And you just think, when I was coming here when I was like 12 with my dad, who's in the crowd somewhere. Where's Dad? I don't know.
Is he here?
Yeah, Dad's in.
Oh,
somewhere. There he is. He's at the back.
We should have a chat to Chris Hugill.
Dad's there with Mark. Yeah, Dad, come down to the front. Come down to the front.
I'm going to go and talk to your dad.
You go talk to my dad, yeah. When I was coming here, the sport was so much smaller. And now, when there was a ridiculous number of people watching Pete Tong, it's like how much this sport has grown. It actually made me feel emotional. I've loved this sport since I was a kid. I was the only person in my school that liked it. And now, all these people who just love it with us. We love this sport, don't we?
Yeah.
We love Formula One.
And that person on the screen loves Martin Brundle's grid walk. We all do.
I love Martin's grid walk, don't we all?
That's what, look, I love it when we take sport seriously, but also we have to remember that it is fun, and you are supposed to enjoy it, and things like the Martin Brundle grid walk is great.
Would you like some exclusive Martin Brundle news?
Go on.
I have something in common with Martin Brundle. We both broke our rib at the same kart track. We didn't crash into each other, but Martin was watching Kings of Leon over there, and I used to race at a track called Wilton Mill. I broke my rib at Wilton Mill. So did I, Martin.
Oh.
I broke my rib at the same kart track as Martin Brundle. If that's not a claim to fame, I don't know what is. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Christian Hugill's dad.
Hi, folks.
How you doing?
Sorry?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
So nice to see your friendly face at the back there.
This is the second time in 2 years he's managed to blag his way onto the podcast whilst we're at Silverstone.
You would be nothing without this man.
Well, quite literally, it's biology, isn't it?
He really, yeah, thanks for that. Lovely. You sort of gave him the bug for this sport, didn't you, really? What was it like with Christian as a child? He just wanted just to race, didn't he?
Be careful with
he
your
wanted
answer.
to race, and he had a reasonable go at that, but he was far better at talking about it than actual racing. So it wasn't long before he sort of said, do you know what, Dad? I think I'll talk about it rather than actual race.
It's just easier, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's less effort.
And we didn't have pots of money, so we sort of ran out of money. So what we're going to do now?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We've talked about this a lot on the podcast. You do have to have a lot of money to be a good racing driver. Yeah. That's just how it is. But it's I think it is slowly but surely changing a bit. We've talked to a lot of the F1 Academy drivers, and they're part funded as well. So it's just all about getting those opportunities, because there aren't that many, are there?
The great thing is Formula One now recognises a motorsport, because it's far from just an F1 problem, recognises that we've got to do more to bring people in. And this is where I again want the crowd to give a round of applause to Lewis Hamilton. Because Lewis has almost single-handedly done more than sort of any other leading figure in motorsport to try and open it up, to bring people in from different backgrounds, different skin colours, different genders, different social-economic backgrounds, and open it up. So we are seeing more and more stuff happen. And you mentioned the F1 Academy. Who's been watching F1 Academy this year? It's absolutely amazing, all these opportunities for people to get into motorsport that didn't exist when I was racing, when me and Dad were karting up and down the country, 15 years ago. So no, it's getting better, because we want more people involved in motorsport, don't we? We want more people to get involved. So no, it's fantastic.
I know you're proud of your boy.
Very proud.
Look what he's doing this weekend.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, really proud of him. I've followed him around all weekend, and yeah, he's all right.
Christian Hugill's dad.
My dad's a star.
So
Do love
nice.
my dad. He's a legend.
I heard as I just walked past someone, then they just went, "It's cowboy time."
Oh, hang on, right. Oh my God, it literally is. Anyone listen to the Radio 1 Breakfast Show? Greg James does a feature called...
Not anymore, we don't.
No, you binned it off, didn't you?
Well, because someone called up and played sex noises down the phone to me.
Look, I was drunk. I apologise. Right.
Which is hard, because in my real life I find that amazingly hilarious, but in my BBC life it's not hilarious in any way, because it means that everyone has to have a load of meetings and lots of emails. But that killed the feature. Until now.
It is. Do you want to explain it first?
Cowboy time is it's just 10 to 10, so 10 to 10 to 10 10 10 to 10 to 10 10 10 10 10.
And what's the cowboy link? Because it sounds a bit like the cowboy riding thing. So do you think we can get it going?
Yeah. We've run out of content, can you tell? Which is actually, ironically, how Cowboy Time started on The Breakfast Show in the first place.
Yes, sure. Well, hence it was on at 10 to 10.
Okay, so we're going to sing that song, and then we're going to go.
Okay,
I
right.
think. So, it is... Okay, I'm going to go. You want to do this, so you're going to do it.
It's going to come down.
You're going to bloody do this, because you're making me do this.
This is the second best chant on this stage since Yuki Tsunoda got going during Kings of Leon and confused the lead singer.
Oh, yeah, that was so good. What did he say?
I don't know what y'all saying, but I really like it. Hadn't heard of Yuki Tsunoda, didn't know what was going on.
What's your name?
Mia.
Mia. Okay. Mia, what time is it?
It's Cowboy time!
Hey, it's 10 to the 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10.
Now,
It's 10 to 10.
It's 10 to 10.
It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10.
It's 10. It's 10 to 10.
Give yourself a round of applause, everybody.
Thanks, Mia.
Before we go, you'll notice behind us there is this Fast and Curious QR code. I would like everybody to get their phones out and scan it. because we've been on to Zach Brown and we're told that if you scan this code, it makes Lando Norris 78% more likely to win the Grand Prix. So scan the code, subscribe to the podcast. It's called The Fast and the Curious. We have new episodes every Friday. You can subscribe to us on YouTube as well. You can watch podcasts now, Greg, on the YouTube. It's unbelievable.
Was that on the web, is it?
It's on the internet, it is.
Wow.
Do download the podcast, scan the QR code, it takes you straight to us.
I can't believe that works.
Look, it works.
I didn't believe that.
Well done, producer Jimmy, it works.
That actually works.
Excellent. Guys, we have loved talking to you this morning. This has been so much fun. Really, really appreciate it. And there's more podcasts on the stage a little bit later. Matt and Tommy are on in a bit.
Oh, yeah. Big up P1.
Big up P1.
Thank you to everyone who asked a question, all the amazing people over there, and all the people that have travelled as well. It's brilliant to be here. And give us your predictions before we go. Because I think let's finish, actually not on a stupid song. Mia, trying to derail this show. Let's finish on some proper, credible F1 chat. Come on then. Where's your head and where's your heart today?
Okay, all right. My heart is a Lewis Hamilton win. I would just love the emotion of Lewis breaking that winning duck at Silverstone, the most successful Silverstone driver ever. He's won more British Grand Prix than anyone. It would be a sensational sporting comeback. But I've said it all weekend. I just have a feeling in me waters. You know how it is, don't you?
Yes, Nana. Yes.
Ever since I've come into the circuit on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I've just thought that this weekend we're going to have a win for Lando Norris. That's been where I've been all weekend, and I'm sticking with it. That's my prediction.
Slightly concerned about the helicopter for a second, but I think it's fine.
That's okay.
I think it's fine.
That's James Vowles going back off to the paddock. Everyone wave to James.
Bye, James.
There he is.
Thank you so much for being here today on the main stage. Enjoy your day, enjoy the race, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye, everybody.